All righty, World Wide Web. Another amazing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you live on a Sunday morning in the middle of football season. We'll go ahead and fire that intro, and we will be right back. Alrighty, foosball fans, another mind-blowing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you. Spencer Cadigan, your host as usual. We got a pretty good cast today. We got Robert Humphreys, the mouth from the south, Tony Big Daddy Pantoja, Alex G. Unit Ginzel, and Bentley, the man in the shower, Fierro. How come you don't? How come you don't broadcast live from the shower anymore, Bentley?
You know what? I started getting in trouble for the shower stuff.
What?
Tone it down a little, yeah. People do that. But you know what? I'm trying to ease it back in a little. So
were you going below the belt on accident or something?
No, never. Seriously, everything was from here up. It was like it was PG-13. It's just my content, everything I talked about, they didn't like.
Oh, dang it, dude.
Yeah,
I see it right now. I'm a maniac.
Yeah, imagine the stuff in the shower is okay, but then you got to watch what you say. Then it's a different story.
Yes, that doesn't matter where you are. You could be.
Shower brings it out of you there, Bentley. You just can't talk dirty in the shower because you're cleaning yourself, right?
On the beach, it doesn't matter if you're saying bad things, you're gonna get in trouble.
But yeah. So anyways, I kept
all right, dudes. Oh my God, it's football season still, and it's I'm gonna start off right here. I mean, see this jersey right here? I long for the days of this number.
Oh yeah.
Because the Broncos season is now it's like if a train went out of control, okay, and caused a crash, and then that train crash lit a dumpster on fire, and then that dumpster exploded and then started a forest fire. That's essentially where the Broncos season is right now.
Compounds.
Literally, it's a train wreck that caused a dumpster fire that could cause a forest fire. What on God's green earth? Were the Broncos hornswoggled? Have you given up to
it? Hit a porta potty because they stink.
Yeah, then it ran into it tipped over a porta potty with somebody inside.
That mom was in there or something.
What? Okay, what is wrong with Russell Wilson? Were we hornswoggled? Is he on drugs? Is he on drugs?
Here's the funny thing. The Broncos still got a chance. They still got a chance in this division. The division.
Believe it or not, the man in the shower is absolutely correct. It's weird. The AFC West was supposed to be the most dominating team in all of NFL, and now we're kind of getting ready to say we're the laughingstock of the team of the NFL.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you think the altitude has something to do, or the training, or he's out of shape?
No, Tony. I want to dig deep because literally if this is a bust, if they blow it with Russell Wilson, it could set the Denver Broncos back. If they blew it with Russell Wilson for 5 years.
You know what? I'm sorry, I disagree.
I'm not saying that that's the case. I want to know what you think the problem is. The number one, what is going on, dude?
Nobody's clicking. Nobody's gelling. When we talked about preseason where none of the starters played, guess what? I feel now they should have played because you know what? They're not even clicking at all. It's disappointing to say that $265 million man can't throw the ball correctly, and at the same time, when he does, it's to the opposing team.
It's week 5, though, dude. I mean, they've had training camp plus 5 weeks to start to gel. and it's like it's getting worse. We literally 9 points, 3 field goals against the Colts, 3 field goals with Russell Wilson, a future Hall of Famer at quarterback. And the thing about Russell Wilson is he is a creator. He's always been a creator. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not John Elway. He's not Tom Brady. He's not a pocket passing quarterback. He is best outside of that pocket. Like, what?
That's why that coach has to turn him loose there, Shotgun.
Okay, that's what I wanted to get into. Do you think this is I think it's probably a combination of 2 things personally. It's a combination of a rookie coach who doesn't really know what he's doing yet, and maybe just new surroundings for Russell Wilson, and maybe he's trying to become something that he isn't. If he can't,
once again, Shotgun, look at Russell Wilson when he was with Seattle. He had some pretty good players on that team. But now, even from the year before. But at the same time now, he's got a great team now. He's just not gelling. It's just not happening. The one fact is he's our leading running back right now. He has the most yardage out of all 3 running backs. One we can't say because he's out for the season. And he's just not throwing.
If you can't stretch the defense, they can just stack the line, and
that's what they do.
It's that simple. If they are not afraid of you going deep, they can stack the line. You're not going to be able to run the ball. You're not going to be able to throw short passes. That's basically them daring you to go deep on you. Anyways, Bama, what do you think?
Simple. No offensive line. Situational play calls aren't that good. Goes to the head coach. And it's kind of back-end career Russell Wilson, not the Russell Wilson that you saw a handful of years ago.
What do you think, Bentley?
So I think, look, the coach is a young coach, but obviously these young guys are pretty fearless. I'm going to give the coach some credit here. And another thing is, did Pete Carroll see something already before? That's why they said, okay, go on ahead. Because
that's what I was wondering. Because literally I have heard, and this is over the last 2-3 seasons, and it wasn't so much Pete Carroll, it was the GM of the Seahawks. I forget his name. He was trying to dump him for the last 2 to 3 years. And that's what kind of caused the issues in Seattle with Russell Wilson that eventually led to this trade, is Russell Wilson found out that the GM was trying to trade him. So
Seattle looks smart as hell.
Yeah, give them. Hey, they're playing better with Geno Smith right now. They're just as good.
Right now, if they're playing poker, guess what? The winning hands are all going to Seattle. But right now, hey, like I said, it's 5 games in. Monday night is going to be a tough night for us. But you know what? If he's going to step up, he better step up against those Chargers in L.A.
Yeah.
What do you think? Hey, Alex, what do you think? You know who Russell Wilson is, right?
Yeah.
And you know about what kind of player he is, and I mean he basically he's a little bit Tom Brady-ish, just so you know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be really good. He was supposed to
he was a 3rd-round draft pick, and he won a Super Bowl. He was too short to be able to succeed in the NFL, and he proved everybody wrong, so much to the point that the NFL, like a guy like Kyler Murray, the reason he was the first pick in the draft is because Russell Wilson proved that short quarterbacks could succeed in the NFL.
Smaller than Wilson.
Yeah, no, he is. So basically, he's a future Hall of Fame quarterback. He's like a family man. I don't think I say drugs just being facetious, but I assume. What do you think is wrong with Russell Wilson and my Denver Broncos? Not that you probably care because you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. We'll get into the Chiefs in a second.
I know. I'm excited for the Chiefs tomorrow. I'm gonna, they all have bad years, and I think this is a bad year, and I think the altitude has something to do with it, for sure. As weird as that is,
it might. It might, because.
I don't know if this makes a difference or not. What the report came out probably is a kind of a scapegoat in my mind to save face a little bit with Russell, but it came out this week saying that he's been playing the last 2 weeks with a partially torn lat in his throwing shoulder. I mean, that would have throw some if that's it, but it kind of seems timing's funny for that one, just to kind of make him look a little better. But
Yeah, it seems like it seems pretty convenient. That sounds. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's the case, but I guess I would buy that if he was just tearing it up in weeks 1, 2, and 3. Then you'd have an excuse. But this is 5. This is 5 straight weeks of just putrid play from a quarterback that we bought the farm here. I mean, we bought the farm. And
who in Broncos country would have thought, 5 weeks into the season, they'd be saying, if we only had Geno Smith with this defense, we might could go places.
And here's the thing with the Broncos, they got the defense. So it's
That's
not
what
like
I'm saying.
for much.
The defense has been keeping us close in games. I do agree with you on that.
I mean, God, I wish the Patriots had that damn defense, I mean, dude, you got a defense that's holding people down. They could run the ball. There's so many things they can do.
You can't quite give up on the Broncos yet. I mean, you got to feel like Russell's got to click at some point, and with the defense they got, they could reel off 6-7 wins in a row if they could figure out how to score a touchdown.
Here's my problem. That's my issue with this is Broncos fans can't give up on Russell Wilson basically for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, they already have.
Do you think he's really going to last the next 3-5 years at the way it looks right now? I think he might retire early.
I mean, I guess they were talking on the radio the other day that one silver lining is that the Broncos got bought by the Waltons, and his contract to the Waltons is nothing. So, and I know that but it's 5 weeks. I really hope that it's just the combination of a rookie coach, new surroundings, needing to gel. But I mean, if he doesn't get out of the pocket and scramble around, he's not Tom Brady. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not a pocket passing quarterback. And if that is what they are trying to make him become, that's a recipe for disaster.
After 10 seasons,
they know that already when they signed him. They knew what kind of quarterback he is.
After 10 seasons, he can't change in one season. There's no way.
Well, I don't see him trying to change. I'm not so sure the play calls are trying to change. I mean, Hackett came from Green Bay. I mean, he liked to let Aaron Rodgers run around some, make plays, and some biggest plays.
Remember that coach let Aaron Rodgers bully him. He'd be like, "Do this play." No, we're gonna go do this instead. I think Russell Wilson right now just needs to be the veteran in the locker room and just say, "Hey guys, let's play some football. I'm going to start throwing the ball. Let's go at it. We got nothing to lose now."
But if you throw the ball like you did last week, don't throw the ball because that was ridiculous. Overthrowing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right, throwing to the other defenders right there. I mean, it was sad. 2
interceptions in the red zone.
After week 3, that's when the last 2 weeks I've absolutely hoped that the cream would rise to the top with Russell Wilson, that the leader that Russell Wilson would show up, and it hasn't, and it's making me scared for the Broncos.
See, and another thing that's going to hurt too, because I don't know who's going to be the next tackle on the offense because no holds bowls.
No, always holds bowls now this year. Jeez.
Number 72 broke his leg. He's the one that got carted off.
How's that guy still a Bronco? I mean,
they signed him to a big contract last season.
No, he did great last year.
I know, but
he came back to his old ways this year for some reason.
And then we also lost Darby for the season too.
Okay, then real quick, let's wrap up Russell Wilson. Bama, are you buying or selling Russell Wilson?
I am not going to sell him yet.
Okay, Tony.
I will keep him on layaway. I keep him on layaway.
You'll go down to Kmart once a week and make a $5 payment. Tony.
It's just like fantasy. He'll be my backup quarterback until he proves himself to make a starting quarterback. I still hold him.
Bentley.
I think this is going to come down to the division. This is a competitive division. It's still really tight. And I think Russell Wilson may get some motivation knowing, hey, we're still in this race. And I will still give him a chance.
Alex,
Yep.
the G
Same.
Unit
I'm
Ginzel.
totally gonna still buy him. You know, he still has hope and he still has time to make a comeback.
There's
On a
time.
okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, for me personally, 5 weeks plus training camp. I'm not selling him, but like I am at DepthCon 2.5. Like literally, if in 2 more weeks this offense still cannot score touchdowns with him at quarterback, like I'm going to DepthCon 1, and it's not where I know that. Then that's hard to say about a quarterback like that. But okay, put it this way: if we continue down the path that we are, does Nathaniel Hackett keep his job? Like, say, like we go out and lose the next 2 games, and we just every game is we're scoring 6 points, 9 points, 11 points. Like, how long do you think Broncos country will put up with that, and how quickly do you think Nathaniel Hackett will be let go? I mean, because it's a train wreck.
Got rid of somebody this week. I thought at least maybe the offensive coordinator or somebody might have got.
I thought somebody's going to get fired too.
I mean, this is a train wreck. This is
Hackett,
a 10 right
Yeah,
now.
Hackett has Hackett's got a very short leash, though. You know, I would figure because I mean the new ownership didn't hire Hackett. That was Joe Ellis and those guys that hired Hackett. So it ain't like it's the owner's coach. So they ain't like it's their boy. They want to see how long he can last because they hired him. And ain't that the way? He's got a very short leash, I feel like. Yeah.
Okay. All right, dudes. We're going to take a quick break for some commercials, and then we'll be right back. And I guess let's go ahead and start off because I know Alex is driving. We'll start off with the Chiefs tomorrow. Okay, just in case you gotta go play some softball, Alex.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play some softball in like 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Let's we'll take a quick break and then we'll be back and we'll dive into a topic that, as a Broncos fan, makes me angry, but at least it's a positive topic. And
I'm going for the Chiefs tomorrow.
It's good fans. It's good fans. Okay, so we'll be back in just a second, people. And
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
you can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now.
Because we get paid to put our money where our mouth is. We tell you how it is for real, not what they want you to say. Listen to us, Sports and Tacos.
Cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube, Sports and Tacos.
All right, real quick, just like always, I want to give a little shout out to Noah Water, our buddy Paul Pratt, and his amazing hydrating water, super purified, electrolyte injected Noah water. And then also, we'll get him on the show sooner or later, my buddy Ray Panetta at Pro Signatures Memorabilia. The dude has the coolest sports memorabilia in the whole world.
Yeah.
All righty, back to talk about foosball and end my at least get away from my foosball Denver Broncos depression for a minute. Let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, G Unit.
Woo!
Yeah. You guys
Man,
had
it was really cool.
Yeah, you guys
really
had
cool
a
to be,
freaking you guys had a sweet game last week. I don't know, just the mic is yours. Talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Talk about how awesome the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick freaking Mahomes are.
I know. They're just so good. They're so good, and we play the Raiders tomorrow. Man, it's gonna be and just beating Tom Brady last Sunday. I mean, we just looked so good.
Yeah, you messed up Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
But Brady right now has got a little too much going on. I don't think he's out there right now.
Yeah.
He's got a
This
lot
is
on
the
his
year for the
mind.
Chiefs to capitalize. They could really win the Super Bowl this year. Seriously, they got a well put together team. And look, they went on the road and beat Tom Brady. And the Chiefs they're young. They have a little bit of a veteran style to them, obviously. And they really can make a run this year. They actually do have a chance. I do believe the Chiefs can get home field and they can get to a Super Bowl. I really think the Chiefs can do it. We might see Chiefs and Rams. That's what I was thinking.
Hey Bama and Tony. I've been working like a rented mule to not end up living under a bridge in Los Angeles lately. So basically, yeah, in that game, did Brady have his weapons back?
Godwin wasn't back yet. Julio, I don't think played in that one.
Mike Evans killed it.
Mike Evans was his one weapon that because I know Mike Evans was back from that suspension, right?
Yeah, and then also Fournette did well too. Again, he's been the heart of that team.
Huh.
He's going.
So Chiefs are good. I mean, what do you? I don't know. How much do you buy into a regular season victory in Tampa, Mahomes? Okay, you know, like. I mean, I know we're only 5 weeks in, but are we all of a sudden now is the Chiefs say that was the Super Bowl again? The Chiefs got a chance.
And the Chiefs are always the team to beat.
100%.
The AFC for the last number of years. So yeah, they look like they're kind of back the way they were. But
As long as Mahomes' little brother and wife are not in the stadium, they got a chance.
yeah.
That's right. That's right, Bentley.
And Mahomes, do you see like the touchdown pass Mahomes made there at the end, which if you want to call it a pass, it was kind of like he did shot put or whatever it was there at the goal line, like he was going to go, and all of a sudden the ball pops out right into the hands of one of the receivers right there. I mean, yeah.
He's a game. What do we call it? He's like they call him like a video game. He can make stuff happen, and he's still very young right now. So
okay.
You got to go, Alex.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Hit a home run.
Yeah. Good luck with softball.
Tomorrow, do you guys want to do it tomorrow again?
Tomorrow
during the
night.
game?
Tomorrow night.
let's go to the pizza parlor.
Tomorrow night. Okay,
Yeah, let's do it.
Bye,
Bye.
All right.
All right, sweet. So, hey, Tony, if it ends up being a Chiefs Bucks Super Bowl again, how much weight do you give to that game the other day?
Oh man, that's huge. It was huge because Brady went all out, Mahomes went all out. Both coaches, they're good. They know how to play the game. They know how to coach the game. I could see it again. But this time around, I think the Chiefs will score more than what was it?
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
got an O-line protecting him.
He's got a new team.
Okay, let's play handicapper. Let's pretend the Super Bowl is tomorrow and it's the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. What do you think the line is on it?
Chiefs by 2.
I was wrong, actually. Godwin was back last week versus the Chiefs.
Well, that was a fully legit, no excuses.
That was a pretty good, yeah. That seemed like a pretty healthy. I mean, Brady threw almost 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had one of his better games. So I guess you could put a little bit of stock in what Casey did. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I just had to correct that.
No, that's a good point because I just wanted to, like how much weight, because you go down there and you beat TB12. That's kind of a big deal. All right, well, Chiefs are -7 over the Raiders today. If you're putting $1,000 in Vegas, I mean,
Chiefs. I'll give the 7. I'll double the 1,000.
Yeah, you go all in -7. You're not scared of 7 whatsoever.
Well, you also got to look at it too. They're in Arrowhead. Arrowhead is tough to win in Arrowhead, including with the team that they have.
They play them pretty tough in Arrowhead, though. It's going to be a travel game. A 7's a lot to give up. 6.5 I'd be sold on. 7's a lot. I don't know.
The Raiders are coming off, a glorious victory against the Russell Wilson-led Denver freaking Broncos, so they're going to be all confident that they.
Hey, that was actually the best game that they played this year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think if I had to put $1,000 on this game, I think I'd be taking the over 51.5. Just because. I mean, I don't know about the 7. They are fighting their little brother. The Chiefs probably cover.
Chiefs should cover the 7. They should.
Should cover the 7. But
I would take the under. I would take the under 51.
Under 51.
Really? Just to go against
the Raiders. The Raiders are a lot like the Broncos. On paper they got great players, but you know what? They haven't been performing. Both Broncos and Raiders are the same way. They have an outstanding wide receiver. They have an outstanding tight end. Their running backs are showing up, but they're not scoring just like we are. I think it's going to be the under 51.5, but I will take the Chiefs and I'll give the 7.
Chiefs, the 7. You like the under? What do you think, Bentley?
Chiefs.
Oh, we got Megan. Okay, real quick, hold on. Do you think the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Good morning. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
How's
Hey,
it
guys.
going?
Good.
Hey.
Everybody,
It's good to see you.
This is my friend Megan Johnson Zuccaro. She's a podcaster herself. And is it sports and shopping?
Yeah. Hey guys. Yeah, it's sports and shopping with Doug Plank, former Chicago Bears, and Megan, former Miss Texas.
Awesome.
But I'm so excited. I'm so excited, you guys, because I grabbed Doug because this was kind of last minute, but he was doing a radio broadcast. So he's driving to the stadium because he's announcing the Eagles in Arizona. So yeah, so it's going to be really fun to talk to him because he is just an incredible person. And obviously he was an NFL coach. He was a player. Then he went into Burger Kings and real estate. So he's a lot of fun. So we're going to call him because he's driving and I don't let him Zoom when he's driving.
That's probably a good idea.
Right? He's
Awesome.
like, I'll be okay. I can do it. And I'm like, no, not on my clock.
Okay, I'm just going to give you a quick little background here, Megan, just for, so Bama and Tony, me and Bama and TMP, the guy with the Michigan shirt on, we all worked together. We all worked together in a huge sports bar in South Denver for years and years. And that's basically how Sports and Tacos was born, like about 4 years ago. So anyways, Bama, obviously, he's an Alabama fan. He's a Ravens fan. Tony, he's like me. He's born and raised in Denver. He's a huge Broncos fan. He's also a Michigan fan. Then I met this guy, Bentley Fierro, who's real huge, football fan. And he is a Patriots fan. I think he's also a closet Raiders fan a little bit. So basically just a little quick introduction to who we have on today. There's Alex Ginzel. She's a huge Chiefs fan. She just had to log off. She's got a softball game. But we have a kind of a smorgasbord of hosts and co-hosts and guests and stuff like that. Just so you know.
I love it. Well, I was waiting for my delivery of tacos so I could be eating my taco while I was with you guys.
Next time, we're trying to get it together. We're trying to get that.
I'm totally messing with you. I was just waiting for my doorbell to ring. I figured I'd have tacos showing up.
Progress.
Awesome.
Progress. We're trying to make progress.
I'm going to call Doug while you guys keep talking.
Cool. All right. So right now we were just going over Chiefs versus Raiders. It sounds like the consensus is Chiefs. So real quick, let's take another quick break while Megan tries to get Doug on the phone. And we'll be back in like one minute, Megan, maybe a minute and a half.
1 minute's great. I'll see you guys
perfect.
then.
Okay.
Why Sports and Tacos? because we're number one. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay. Who are the guys at Sports and Tacos? We're a bunch of sports experts who work together in a huge sports bar forever. And we know more sports than anybody in this entire world because we put our money where our mouth is. Watch Sports and Tacos.
YouTube is the place to go to watch some sports and tacos, y'all. Check us out 3 times a week. Follow us, like us. We love you. Let's do it. Join us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube, Sports and Tacos.
You can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now. All right, real quick, one other shout out to Noah Water, Paul, our buddy Paul Pratt. We'll have him on the show again here probably next week. Noah Water, the super purified, electrolyte injected, super hydration water. And we'll give another shout out to my buddy Ray Panetta at Pro Signatures Memorabilia. Ray has the coolest sports memorabilia in the entire world. So, all right, dudes. We got, let's see, we've got, hey, Megan, give me a thumbs up when you got done.
I got it.
All right, so we went over Chiefs and Raiders. We got some other good games today.
With the Cowboys?
Yeah, see, the Giants are beating Green Bay right now. Actually, they just beat them. Well, 7 seconds away from it.
Okay, here we go. Hey, Megan.
We got the Eagles in Arizona.
We got
Yeah.
That's a huge one right there. Yes.
the Eagles and Arizona. That is a pretty big game. Do we got Doug? Or are we still trying to get a hold of him?
Still calling.
Still calling. Okay, cool.
Eagles still undefeated. Wow.
Well,
Only
I
team in the NFL.
want to wait to get Doug on the phone to get into that game. Bama. Let's talk
Yep.
about Bengals at Ravens.
Yeah,
The
that's
Ravens are a 3-point favorite in the Sunday night game tonight.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm hoping the secondary doesn't collapse like it's done the last couple of weeks with us.
You there?
We should be able to get some pressure on Burrow. Dobbins should hopefully have a pretty good game, get the ball moving on him. Lamar's hopefully do Lamar's thing, but yeah, defense has got to tighten up, man. We can't keep blowing leads like we do.
So minus the 3. I mean,
At home, yeah, we'll do 3.
what do you think, TMP?
I think it's, finally we're going to be having a Thursday night. I'm still Broncos. Tonight for Sunday Night Football, I still feel this is going to be one of the great games of the weekend. I feel it's going to be a heck of a rivalry. Both teams, one's trying to come back and, be the Cinderella team like last year. The other one, he's trying to earn that paycheck, man, and I feel like he's going to be doing very well tonight. It's going to be hard to catch him. But if Joe Burrow starts throwing those balls and Mixon's on point, we got a problem.
So again, like if you're putting $1,000 on this game in Vegas, that's what makes us different than everybody else.
Yeah.
Ravens minus 3. I think personally, I'm going with the pocket passing quarterback in this one. Lamar is amazing, but to me, Joe Burrow reminds me of a Tom Brady or a Joe Montana, at least his talent. I'm taking the Bengals plus the 3 in this game.
I'm going Bengals as well.
I will put $1,000 on it, and I'll take the under 47.5.
So you're not
Bengals are going to bring magic today. They're going to have some kind of magic. They wore those white uniforms, and they got the magic for some reason. There's something special.
Bama, why are we wrong?
what have the Bengals shown you all year this so far? Not a lot. I mean, Baltimore's shown they can move the ball up and down the field on anybody. They can shut down at least Josh Allen that offense for a half. I just am at home, man. Yeah, should be irritated, should be mad about the last couple of weeks. Baltimore should be ready to play this game, and I'm hoping they can play a complete game for the first time in a few weeks.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not bad. So, okay, Megan, and Doug.
All right, so I got Doug on the phone. I told him to talk really loud. This is the first time I've ever done it this way with Doug, but like I said, I'm not going to let him zoom and drive. So, hey, Doug, say hello to everybody.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Yes, doing well.
I heard we're going to be doing announcing tonight.
It will be the Cardinals and the Eagles.
Yep.
Awesome. Doug, do you have any?
I work for a company that does national radio, so we do not compete with any of the local radio stations that handle the Cardinals here in Phoenix. But we can be heard basically all across the country, outside of Phoenix and Arizona, and it's even on the Armed Forces Network.
Oh, awesome! That's cool. Hey, Doug, do you got any thoughts on the Bengals at the Ravens before we get into the Eagles?
You know what? I'll tell you what really scares me about it. These are teams, that I never really had to play against. They're teams where the quarterback basically handles 99% of the offense. He runs, he passes, not that that's different than in the past. But now these quarterbacks are so much more athletic now. And if these quarterbacks don't get a feel for the pass rush and getting outside the pocket and buying extra time, because as a defensive back, every coverage breaks down after 3 to 5 seconds. Then it becomes playground football. And it depends on how good your quarterback is, what kind of decisions he can make, what kind of throws he can make downfield. That's certainly the case here in Arizona. With Kyler Murray, you don't know what you're going to get. Even today against the Eagles, I'm not saying they can't win, even though all their stats are well below the Eagles. You get a quarterback like that, I mean, he has magic. He has magic in his hands and his legs. And, sometimes you just don't know when it's going to show up.
So, Doug, in regards to the Bengals and the Ravens, okay, the Ravens are favored by a field goal. For the Bengals, you've got your traditional pocket passing, Tom Brady-ish, Joe Montana-ish quarterback. On the other side, you've got a guy that can run and throw. Who do you think is going to win today between the Bengals and the Ravens?
You only have to say one word: Bengals.
I picked the Bengals. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I know that it's probably crazy. Obviously, the general public, everybody's Bengals, or I'm sorry, Ravens. The Ravens. They're at home. Something about Joe Burrow. As long as that guy, this is my long term, and believe me, I was saying this same sort of stuff about Baker Mayfield about 4 years ago. I see Joe Burrow winning Super Bowls at some point in his career if he can stay healthy. He just has that. It. He's got that Tom Brady, that Joe Montana-esque passing. He just a winner. But that's just me. I think this game is going to be a shootout. They might lose it, but if I was gambling on this game, I would be betting on the Bengals. What do you think, Bentley?
Don't you think it's going to be terribly entertaining? Years ago, I coached with the Falcons, and they had Michael Vick down there, and he was the prototype of the quarterbacks that you see today. But he was bigger and stronger. He could take hits. But sooner or later, every single year he was down there with the Falcons, he got hit, either unexpectedly, from the side, an elbow, a shoulder, and all of a sudden his game dropped dramatically. And that's what I think about all these quarterbacks now that are so athletic. They brought on athletic defenses. How many defenses now in the National Football League have guys that can really, really run, as defensive linemen and linebackers? They're almost a quasi-safety. All these guys are fast. They're running quick 40s, and they're running down these fast quarterbacks.
Yeah. To me, and Bama will probably agree with this, of all the dual threat run pass quarterbacks in the NFL, I think Lamar Jackson is the best. Like, if I had every run pass quarterback ever in the history of the NFL, and they were all right there, and we were having a draft to pick one of them, Lamar's my dude. I don't know what it is about Lamar. He just, he's not the greatest passer in the world, but like, but they've been. What year is this for him? We're in year 5. That's what the contract year. So because it's year 5 and he is still tearing it up, I don't know if that's ever. This is my own personal opinion. I don't know if that's ever going to work to win a Super Bowl. That's just my opinion. But of the run pass option quarterbacks, I think he's the best ever. That's just me. What do you think? Say Tony.
He outruns defensive backs.
Yeah, he's not afraid. He for some reason he doesn't seem to take. I don't know why he doesn't seem to take those huge shots like Michael Vick did and like Robert Griffin Jr. the third did. Yes. I don't know what it is about him. It's like I don't know. There's something about him. But Tony, sorry. Go ahead, Doug.
One thing that he needs to add to his tool chest is to run to the left and be able to throw accurately, like Mahomes. Mahomes is like, he is so good at running out of both the right and the left. Most defensive coordinators, they want to chase quarterbacks to their left side. So they got to throw across their body. They're not accurate. They get hit. They feel uncomfortable with it. Not Jackson, man. He can just go ahead. He's very, very good at getting out of the pocket and throwing downfield.
He is, yeah, and somebody like Mahomes, that's just God-given talent. Arguably, you could say there is nobody that has done it like he does it. I mean, John Elway used to be able to run all the way left, throw all the way across his body, but not even necessarily like Mahomes does it. I mean, Elway had to step, find the receiver, and look. Mahomes at times, at least a couple years ago, he's throwing no-look left-handed passes the other direction.
Or he does it under the arm.
Yeah, it's freaking, it's nuts what the guy does. But I don't know. For me, the best of all of them, Michael Vick. I mean, you can go all the way back to like a Randall Cunningham.
See, I like the Randall.
Of all of them, the combination. I mean, you got to think about the running. Like I think Randall Cunningham was a better passer than Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson's running is just insane. What do you? I mean, Bam, I know your bias.
I know he doesn't have any fear, but when he gets ready to run, oh my gosh, it's like the ignition switch just got fired on, and he is ready to go, and he's running with authority. He's not trying to run people over, but he's running. I call it almost like flight. When someone's really scared, well, he's not scared. I'm just saying he runs with so much authority and quickness. I've never seen anything like it.
He kind of reminds me of I'm trying to think of who, almost like a Marcus Allen running back. Marcus Allen, exactly. He had such a long career because he never took the huge shots. He was just elusive, So,
There was one of those, though. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I agreed with Doug on this. With all these defensive guys, they're fast now. They're really fast now. And Eddie 3, he made a good point on that. His rookie year with Washington, unbelievable. Next year, what happens? He got gun shy because he got hit a couple of times. Now his career's short, and then that's what he was talking about, little guys. And Eddie 3, granted, he's little. He's little for an NFL quarterback in my eyes. But with the Lamar Jackson, he's an all-in-one. He's got the size, he's got the brains, when to stop, when to run. And he doesn't have the best arm in the world, but he still connects with that person. And I think he's running for a paycheck this year. I see him going for MVP votes because you know what? He's running for that paycheck, and he's his own agent.
Bentley, of all the run pass option quarterbacks in the history of the world, who would you take?
Mahomes.
No, he's not considered a running quarterback.
Then we'll throw in Lamar Jackson then. But I don't believe Lamar Jackson is going to take anyone to the promised land. I don't see him winning a Super Bowl, but obviously he can make things happen.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue. And this goes back.
We are not the ingredients to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they need help on the team around him to get to a Super Bowl.
Just I don't know what it is about the run pass, and this isn't just Lamar Jackson. This is kind of over the history of football. It doesn't seem to work in the playoffs or necessarily. Can anybody off the top of their head, has there ever been a running quarterback, a run pass quarterback that won the Super Bowl?
That one?
I mean,
there was the closest.
Again, Mahomes is.
Doug, do you know the answer to that?
No, I don't. I'm my mind. I'm going through the decades right now, thinking. And
Now, I do not consider Mahomes to me is like Elway when he was young. Elway was extremely mobile, but he was not, I don't consider him like a Lamar Jackson
for
or
sure.
Michael
What
Vick,
about Steve Young? Could he be considered a running quarterback kind of, Steve Young?
Well, I guess, I mean,
that's kind of like the same as Mahomes, though, in a sense. I mean, if you need to run, you can run, but they didn't actually have too many design plays like they do
What
for
about
Lamar.
Steve McNair of the Titans? He was very close. God bless his soul.
he got close. So I don't know. It always seems like somebody has a game plan in the playoffs or even say a Super Bowl for a running quarterback. And I don't know. But I like Lamar. He's freaking.
It's time to break the mold for Lamar.
It could happen, It could happen. There's no doubt. So, all right, real quick, we're gonna do. Actually, hey, Doug. I don't know how much time you have. Do you want to jump into the Eagles and the Cardinals right now?
well, I'm just looking at all. I mean, I believe in stats. Stats ultimately determine wins and losses, and I think is it as good as this Arizona team could be on some days? They're just as bad, when the Rams came in here, they didn't play a very good game. They had a lot of missed assignments. But there's been other days, where they do unbelievable. I mean, everybody just comes together. You start looking statistically. Is this a team that can win playoffs and get to a Super Bowl? And you have to almost say no, because somewhere along the line, they are going to be inconsistent on offense and defense, and they're going to lose a game. And that's going to prevent them from going on.
Yeah. Do you have Doug? What is the problem? Why are they such a horrible home team?
You know what's amazing? Even go back, look at the last couple of years. That's not the story this year, because they used to start so hot. They had the best record at the midpoint of the season. Then they just tanked. Just like last year, look how badly even all those games, those last 4 or 5 games were for the Cardinals. I mean, it was hard as a fan just to watch them just self-destruct. It wasn't that they didn't have good athletes, but they weren't playing together. That didn't look like a cohesive game plan to me. And this year, they decided to start a little bit earlier.
Literally right now, the Eagles are favored by 5.5 points in that game. I mean, from what I've seen, at least since in the Kyler Murray era of the Cardinals at home, I mean, that's it should be easy money to just take the Eagles in the 5.5 points because it's in Arizona. What is up with that? They go on the road and they crush. They come back to Arizona and they get crushed. And that's been, at least I'm pretty sure, I would like to, if I had a stats guy, I would like to look up Kyler Murray's home record, because it's usually the opposite. And it's just weird. Why did they not have any kind of home field advantage in Phoenix, in Glendale? Why?
And honestly, I'm looking at that stadium right now. There's fans getting here almost before the game.
I know.
These parking lots are filled. So
yeah, I used to live in Phoenix. I mean, it looks like a big flying saucer in the middle of the desert.
They did do an amazing comeback on the Raiders, though, and wanted that was amazing.
Again, that was in Las Vegas, though.
Don't you think the Raiders have a curse on them this year, though? I did it again. The Raiders against the Chargers. They had the game won and then just lost it. I mean, sometimes teams are cursed and they can't get out of their way.
I don't know. I've been a Kyler Murray. I mean, I was high on Kyler Murray. I'm lower on Kyler Murray nowadays as far as a long-term successful quarterback. I don't know. Number one, they don't win games they're supposed to at home. They win games they shouldn't on the road. And I mean, obviously in the preseason, people question Kyler Murray's work ethic, but I don't know. I don't know. All I know is the Eagles right now, they're looking like one of the best, if not the best team in the NFC, because I was on here for the first 10 minutes last weekend blabbing about how awesome Jacksonville was. Jacksonville goes up 14-0 in that game, and somehow they lose 29-21 to the freaking Eagles last weekend. The Eagles are legit. And if this game was in Philadelphia,
they haven't now. Eagles hadn't got into the whole meat of their time yet right now in the schedule either. I mean, yeah.
No, but I would say at least right now in week 5, the Eagles are one of the top 2 teams, at least in the NFC.
One team being undefeated right now, being the only undefeated team, but
yeah, but I'm just, like if the playoffs were starting right now and it was the Eagles at Tampa, I'd probably take TB12 over the Eagles, but they are right there. So, okay, let's just get opinions. 5.5. Eagles are favored by 5.5. Anybody, Bama, who you taking in that game? It's at Arizona.
That game right there, actually, I'm going to say Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, they get a late touchdown to get it within 5.5, so I'm going to take Arizona plus 5.5, even though I do think Philly wins the game, but not by 5.5.
Big Daddy.
They got a young quarterback. Sanders is on point. His wide receiver. I'm going Philadelphia. I'm giving the 5.5, and I like the over 49.
That could be a high-scoring game.
Yeah,
defense. The Eagles got a defense, though. I mean,
the Eagles do have a defense, but you know what? Arizona. Which Arizona is going to show up this time around?
I know.
Amen.
Amen. Bentley, who you liking in this game?
You know what? Statement game, Arizona. They got to make a statement here, and I think they're going to do it.
You think they're going to beat the Eagles outright?
Field goal.
By a field goal?
Ooh.
What do you think? Hey, Doug, let's get your final answer. What do you think?
This game here in Arizona?
Yes.
Well, there's one factor. We talked about all these other ones, but I here's one thing as a player. I think my last year in the National Football League, it said whoever wins the turnover battle will win the game. We'll just let you know right now, Arizona is +4 coming into this game. Philadelphia is +8. I believe a turnover will win this game, and I'm going with Philadelphia.
Got it. Yeah.
And my vote is for what Doug says. I always know I'm on Doug's team. Doug, thank you so much for being on Sports and Tacos. I totally appreciate you taking the time.
No, thank you. Great talking with everybody. Honestly, really.
Indeed. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
I look forward to live and in person one of these days. It'll be great.
We'll do it again with them live and in person when you have time. Okay. You have a great game, and I'll talk to you later today, honey.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, Doug. Bye.
Awesome.
That was awesome. Heck yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
I got to tell you a funny quick story. He was here announcing the last game here in LA. And so he's like, Megan, I'm going to be in town. Pick me up after the game. And so I was like, all right, no problem. Well, the fans here in LA are wild, right? Wild and crazy. And so I finally find Doug and I pick him up. And the whole time we're walking, it was just like this massive amount of people. And I kept telling Doug, I'm like, we need to be signing autographs for you. Because, he signs autographs like every weekend somewhere, basically.
Oh, I'm sure in Chicago, he's probably huge. I mean.
Oh, yeah. He flies back and forth to Chicago quite a bit just to sign autographs. So he's a great human being inside and out. So I'm glad that he was able to be here for a little bit today. But we'll definitely get him on another time when you can see him in person.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. I love talking football with ex-NFL players. Love
right?
it. We've been having Paul Pratt. I don't know if you know Paul Pratt, but Paul Pratt's been coming on lately. So
Oh,
All right,
cool.
let's take one more quick break, and then we'll probably dive into Cowboys and Rams, and then we'll probably be out of time. So we got about 6 more minutes. We'll take one more quick break, and that's pretty much it. There isn't, looking at it, there's not that many amazing games this weekend, but we'll dive into.
There's an amazing baseball game tonight, Game 3 of the wild card. That's first.
No, there are some amazing games. But I think we'll probably dive into some baseball tomorrow night. Like I have to, because my Broncos, I'm in a Bronco depression, so I'm gonna have.
Just for the record, I'm a Vikings girl. Girl.
They're doing good.
What's up with Dalvin Cook? He's killing
you
my
gotta be, when you're a Minnesota girl, you gotta be a Vikings fan. There's no way around it.
No, it's kind of like being born in Denver. It's just something
right?
you're born into. So, okay, real quick, we'll just take one more quick 1 minute break, and then we'll wrap things up.
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
Perfect.
You can go on. Yeah.
That's awesome.
46 defense was after that, man. That's cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have serious bets going on these games.
No, not really. Not really, actually. Basically, what we try and do, Megan,
$25.
we try it because on all sports shows you have ex-NFL guys. You've got all these guys that used to be this, that, and the other thing, and they're giving their opinions, but basically they're kind of they're not backing. We just like to pretend like if we were in Vegas, because everybody can, this team, da 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 da. We like to pretend that literally we're in Vegas. Like, okay, would you just told us everything that you think should happen in this game? Would you actually put $1,000 on that game in Vegas? And then it kind of changes things.
Totally.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, well, maybe.
Speaking of Vegas,
I would put $1,000 on Chargers to cover the 1.5 on Cleveland today. We'll do that.
That'd be your pick of the day?
That would be mine right there. Yeah.
Well, okay, real quick. I guess we don't. Anybody care about Cowboys Rams?
Go Cowboys defense.
Cowboys are going to win this one. Cooper Rush has luck on his side. It's a little destiny game right now. It's early in the season, but he's going to win it. And let's see what happens now with the locker room at the Cowboys. With Jerry
the Rams are going to be pretty angry from that shellacking they took up against the 49ers. They are still the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, we don't. Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, that defense is going to be on them again.
It's
2 weeks.
The Cowboys, they got something magical, but then of course, if they get into the playoffs, whatever, we know the story from there. But just right now, it's early in the season. I'm going to throw the little magic on the Cowboys side.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Bentley. I'm with you on this one.
I'm with Bentley too. I'm going to throw my fake money on the Cowboys.
I'm going Rams.
I'm going Rams also. Yeah, I'm going Rams. I think that
now I'm going to have to do a follow-up to see who wins.
We do. I think the Cooper Rush talk will die down a little bit. After Aaron Donald,
controversy go. It's fun.
After Aaron Donald has his way with him today, I think the Cooper Rush talk, you're going to be hearing for people. Okay, when's Dak back? That's what I think. So, anyways, I guess let's go into our pick of the day. Bama, you like the Chargers. Tony, if you were putting $1 million on a game today, any game, any wager, what's your Big Daddy Super lead core? Lead pipe, lock it up, championship pick of the day?
Philadelphia.
And the points?
Yep.
Really?
Philadelphia.
You think they're going to go in and just smash the Cardinals?
Sanders, like I said, Sanders in that backfield, he's been doing great. And then also, we're talking about running quarterbacks. Hey, man, you got a running quarterback, plus that boy can throw.
Yeah, that's true. Bentley, you like any particular game today?
Cowboys statement game, SoFi Stadium, backup quarterback. It's got all the magic. So going Cowboys all the way today.
I think I would have to, if I had to do something today, I think I would take the over in that. I think I would take the over in the Chiefs Raiders game, but don't ever follow what I say. For some reason, I think the Raiders are going to be really confident. The Chiefs are going to be confident. The Chiefs are going to put up numbers against the Raiders. The Chiefs are probably good. This is where my thinking is here. The Chiefs are going to score more than 30 points against the Raiders today. They might score 40.
Travis Kelce's going to have one hell of a game.
So if the Chiefs score 30, I think the Raiders should be good for 21. They put up 32 points against the Broncos, who do have against it. I know, but that defense is good.
Defense is good though for the Broncos. Yeah.
So
but when your running back fumbles and they run 73 yards back for a touchdown, there's no defense about that. It's just
that's been in your playbook like 2 or 3 weeks now for the Broncos, hasn't it?
It's just disappointing.
Run it back.
Anytime you put the Chiefs and the Raiders, it's always going to be a tight game. It's a coin flip. I'm gonna give this game to the Raiders.
Oh my goodness! Look who's going out on a limb. Just so you know, you would be getting like 3-1 to take that to make that bet.
You know what? I agree with Bentley on that one. I would go with the Raiders. After seeing the last game, woo.
The Raiders are going to go. You're saying the Raiders are going to go into Kansas City and beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
Only the Raiders can do that.
Because they need to. Yeah, and then I'm also my million would be put on my fake million would be put on the Eagles.
Okay, how's this? We'll do this. Let's do this. If either of you are right and the Raiders actually go and beat the Kansas City Chiefs, we'll give you just 2 minutes on the next show to talk about whatever you want.
All right, Bentley, we're on.
Let's do it.
Because there's probably no way that's going to happen.
Well, just so you know, the next show, I'm going to be in London, so it'll be really crazy time, but I can get up in the middle of the night if I win. Absolutely.
That's a trooper, Megan. Heck yeah.
Hey, Megan.
Anything to rub it in. I'll let heck yes. That's right.
Megan, when do you leave for Europe?
I go tomorrow, Monday.
Cool.
I go to London, and then I go to France, and I go back to London, and then back in LA on the 28th.
Back, okay, geez, so you're gone for quite a while. Awesome. All right, well, cool, but I'll stay in touch and try and get you guys back on as soon as possible.
What's that mean?
Awesome. All right, dudes.
It was a pleasure. It was an honor to be with you, gentlemen. It was an honor.
Pleasure.
Rock on.
I wish the Broncos hadn't already lost, but that's okay. I love the positive attitude.
Never give up. Remember, I always say, if you have a pulse, you have a purpose.
Oh, you need to tell that to Russell Wilson. So you need to tell that. All right, guys. Everybody have a good football day. We'll see everybody.
Happy Sunday.
We'll do another show tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, let's try and do a show.
Cool.
All right, guys. See you
Cool.
later. It was a pleasure.
Have a good day.
Bye.